Hey YouTubers! Alright, I decided today I was gonna load up some PPS-43 rated 7.62x25. Now this particular round is 115 grains. I tested some out before at a different powder load level, and I increased it slightly. Now the thing is, I'm gonna try to get you guys some chrony data. That way you guys can have some type of realization on the velocity of the round. So I'm thinking it'll probably be around anywhere between 14 and 1500 feet per second, but that could just be wishful thinking. So we'll see. So first step is we smooth this out of the way, and of course, like always, there is no round chambered. So just take simple Tupperware bowl, you know, one that you're not even using anymore. You can get plenty of these when you order lunch meat. Just gonna poke a hole in the side. There's a hole in there already. You know, just stick these 10 pieces of brass in here. Just shut the lid. We got some Hornady one-shot case lube. Gonna shake it, and you are going to just give it a good spray, and shake it around, and that should be sufficient enough. It's lubed enough. We're gonna give it a minute or so, and then we're gonna move off to priming the brass. So in this process, we're going to be sizing the brass with a Lee sizing die with a quick change thingamajig on there. So everything's already set up. I don't know how you guys have your reloading stuff set up, but I like to have my stuff set up prior to even making videos. So you're just going to stick. Let's see, try to see you guys. There we go. Just gonna stick your piece of brass right on the shell holder, and relatively simple process. And if this wasn't fresh brass, you would be popping out the spent primer. But since this is fresh brass, there's no need for the, you know, we're not depriming anything. Oops, grabbing the wrong thing. I don't know how I managed to do that. Oops, sorry about that, guys. I have a tripod kind of in an awkward place. So now our next step after this, if you've never reloaded anything, is we're going to prime the brass. Alright, so in this stage we're going to be priming the brass, and if you've seen any of my videos before, I use an RCBS hand priming tool with the CCI priming strips. Now sometimes I buy the primers already on the strips, and sometimes I prime the strips up myself. It just depends on how lazy I am that day. So we're going to use our hand priming tool. We're just going to stick it in to this part where it says one way only, with the inside portion of the primer facing up. Oh, hold on. Let me, there we go. One click. So, I mean, this is really relatively simple procedure. As you can see, the primer is in there. It's nice and snug. Now I prefer to prime this with my hand, using the hand priming tool, as opposed to using the priming function on the press, and that's just personal preference. You can also use these priming tools to prime burden prime cases, and I believe it's a better way of doing it, so you can actually feel where, you know, if the primer is in there well enough. Because if you stick that primer, that burden primer in there too hard, it's going to rest against I'm trying to think, I can't think of the name of it, but the primer's going to go off. See if you guys can get a real good look at it. Nice grip. Do enough of this in one day and you'll get a freaking workout on your hand. So in this procedure we are going to expand the case mouth just enough to where the bullet will fit. You don't want to open it up too far. There's no need to overwork the case neck. So using the standard Lee powder through expander die. So let us, oh my God, where's my, give me a minute. I thought I was ready, but I wasn't. So, let us expand some brass. We're going to remove our sizing die, which is here, and install our expander die. So, it's expanded. I'm actually a fan of what is it, Lyman? Lyman's I can't think of the name of it, but I got a few of those dies where it expands the case mount in steps. I don't know why. I just I don't know. It's like when I get to chatting about some of the stuff sometimes, I forget the names of things. Probably need to get some more sleep or something. I don't know. So this is our 10th piece of brass. So right in this stage, I'm probably not going to show you guys me loading every single piece. It can get pretty time consuming, so I'll just show you a few and then we'll move on to the next stage of, you know, loading this ammunition. So I've already recalibrated this RCBS powder dispenser, and so I'm just going to recall, and here it is. See, I remember all of them, all the different settings. I put a particular number by them. Just if you didn't know, the 9mm Luger on the Frankfurt number 3 can also fit 7.62 by 25 Tokarev round, and you see I wrote it on the side, 7.62 by 25 Tokarev, and 9 by 18 Ultra. So we're going to take our powder charge. As you can see, I have a new powder pan with a funnel. Just going to pour it in there. As you see, it's all in there, and just going to stick that back on there. Normally, sometimes, which I got lucky, in which I'm gonna, after I finish loading up all the rounds, I usually double check each round with a different scale, because sometimes in the beginning this scale can throw some pretty weird charges. So, just like before, alright, in this stage we're going to be seating our bullets. So, I'm going to stick our first loaded case. And we can't do that without our seating dot. So, let us place our bullet on there. Sometimes I got these bullets up in there, but I find it's unnecessary right now, so if you see me guiding the bullet in, don't be surprised. Oh, I may have forgotten to mention that these are 115 grain. If I did forget, these are 115 grain Gold Dot bullets, Hollowpoints. So, as far as I know, I think Speer might have discontinued these. Not sure. And if they didn't discontinue them, they have it at they're making it like a seasonal type of item. Haven't seen them. This was among the last batch that Midway USA got. Used to buy these things all the time, which means this particular load is rather one of the most expensive loads that I make, because getting these type of bullets is probably not going to be easy. So these bullets have been sized down. I'll explain more about that at the end of the video. Oh, we got one that's going to require guiding. And so we have two more. It's a Lee crimp die installed. Well, it was installed. Let's reinstall it. We're going to finish off these last 10 rounds with a nice crimp. I wish they would have made this crimp die like they make their rifle rounds, because sometimes I never know if I'm applying a proper crimp on here. It doesn't leave a definite groove like the rifle rounds do. But I've never had an issue with this ammo either, so you guys can see it. So this is our final round, and we're gonna move to the review side of this reloading procedure. Alright, so this is a review stage. I'm not going to talk too much about specs. I'll just put that in information, the description part of the video. That way, I mean, I can blabber on about them engines and all that type of stuff and what I think is going to go on. But this is my 115 grain Gold Dot Hollowpoint 762x25, and this is a similar 30 carbine 100 grain Gold Dot that I load up as part of a self-defense round for my Black Hawk. The last time I shot this, I only shot a few due to the fact that these bullets, I believe they've been discontinued, or if they haven't been discontinued, they are at best a seasonal item. So let's take a look at our unloaded PPS-43C. As you can see, they fit well within the magazine. I seat these out as far as possible due to the fact that these are some long ass bullets, and so you quickly run out of room as far as capacity, powder capacity in this particular case with these long bullets. So to be on the safe side, this round is within limits, and you'll see in the description. You'll find all the info you need if you want to make a particular round just like this, if you can find some bullets. So when I take this to the range, of course I'm going to make a video. I'm going to try to get you some speed data about this round. I didn't get that type of round. I was just checking for pressure last time, and like I said, I altered the round a little bit. It's got a little bit more powder in there, so I mean this may be approaching the limits that this particular round can take, but we'll see. And like always, I mean, if you have any questions, you know, comment. Feel free, you know. I like discussion. And until next time, guys and ladies, or should I say ladies and gentlemen.